TaxAct knows filing taxes can be confusing, so we have live experts on hand who can help answer any questions you may have. Questions like, can I claim my SUV as my home office if I answer work emails in my car? If I adopted 12 dogs this year, can I list them as dependents? And, am I doing this right, or am I doing this very, very wrong? Our experts have the answers to those questions and many others. TaxAct. Let's get them over with.
Huh? What?
Hey, you!
What? Who's saying that?
Up here! You're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Looking for the one piece at the bottom of the ocean?
The what?
You want a cookie? Someone brought a whole bunch of them.
I'm actually in a bit of a hurry. Do you have a phone I can use? It's kind of an emergency.
Hold on. Let me see who's still got signal out here. Look, see? He's down there.
Holy, you're right. Hey, buddy.
Wait, I know that voice. Justin? Is that you?
Oh, that was you. Hi, Brendan. You want a cookie? I made it fresh myself.
No, thank you. What happened to your hair? Oh, wait. Justin, no time to explain. Pass me the phone.
See? I told you it was bad.
Change it up, they said. It'll look great, they said.
Hello?
Hey, Curtis?
What's up?
Yeah, you got any availability this week to fix this Chucky Finster-ass haircut you call a perm?
Sure, man. Whatever. Come by this Saturday.
Justin, I just gotta ask, is your friend here Scottish or?
¿Por qué no los dos?
First of all, bold of you to assume they weren't Australian.
Okay, that's also maybe very rude. But jokes aside, excuse me, guest, are you there? Panda. No, they're gone. They died. Actually, we no longer have a guest.
Damn, I guess we lost signal.
Did you get assassinated? What's going on here?
Lost him in real time.
Was actively murdered.
Got it.
Panda, there you are. You're back.
Yeah.
Good to hear from you. How you doing?
You know, I'm existing. That's about all they get from me.
Yeah. No, it'd be like that for some of us sometimes. You know, we totally feel that vibe.
You know, never let them know your next move. You know, you gotta move in silence, like lasagna.
Like lasagna.
I don't think I want the lasagna if it's moving.
I feel like lasagna is not the quietest of foods. That sounds very.
I feel like it would be like slorp as it moved.
Yes.
Nah. Guys, I don't know what you guys are doing to your lasagna, but mine is very silent.
Yours is silent.
Yours is moving.
Yeah, yours is moving. So I don't think you have any legs to stand on in terms of what constitutes a quality lasagna in the first place, buddy.
Well, excuse me for making my lasagna move without the necessities of being a bipedal being.
Oh, I was about to say your lasagna had the legs, but I guess not.
I'm just imagining like a slugzania. You know what I'm saying? just like leaving a trail of marinara across the table as it just slithers along.
You said slugzania, and my brain goes to like a Godzilla slug that's a lasagna.
Meanwhile, here I am in my brain asking myself, if I could just shape it to look like Macargo from Pokemon, I think that could make this work.
I'm going to be dreaming about this tonight, and I'm going to be really upset about it, honestly.
You're welcome.
All right. Before we get too lost in the weeds, we did, in fact, watch another episode of the live action this week, and I think a summary is in order. Is there anyone chomping at the bit for this summary for episode 3?
I got this.
You got this. I believe in this. Go, Justin, go. Live your dreams.
Go off, King.
Got this. Okay, we can't fuck it up in front of Panda. And the Straw Hats set foot at Cactus Island, where the town of Whisky Peak welcomes them with wide open arms. In a totally surprising twist of events that absolutely no one saw coming, Nami and Zoro discover that the entire island is part of Baroque Works. Zoro and his ghost coach, Mihawk, take the challenge personally, defeating a whopping total of 100 members. Meanwhile, Miss Wednesday regroups with the mayor, who turns out to be Mr. 8. Then it turns out he's actually Chief Igaram, an undercover royal guard responsible for protecting Miss Wednesday, who's actually Princess Vivi. As they try to make their case against an angry Luffy, they're approached by Mr. Five and Miss Valentine. Igaram sacrifices himself to allow everyone a chance to escape. This episode ends with the sudden appearance of the serial killer / unredeemable psychopath who should never be forgiven for all the misery she brings upon others. Even if she is clever and cute and often cited as the one who awakened the step on me fantasy of a certain member of this cast, who sometimes goes by the name Christian, also known as Miss All Sunday. So, any thoughts you want to bring to the table?
Any thoughts? Well, you know, I have a lot of thoughts, but...
Hot ladies.
Oh, I'm glad she said it first, because oh my God.
Ma, if you know what I'm saying.
Brother.
Ma.
I just want to say, anime version of Vivi, she was already a sweetheart,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in my brain and my soul, because I just love a woman with blue hair. Honestly, it doesn't take much.
Uh-huh.
I like me a colored hair. And then you gave us a beautiful brown woman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know her ethnicity. I'm assuming she's like Indian or like Pakistani. Don't kill me for getting that wrong.
Okay. Uh-huh.
She could be English for all I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we love Miss All Wednesday, aka Princess Vivi, both in real life and in 2D. And honestly, it's a great time to be a One Piece fan. That's my take.
My take is this is going to be the weirdest thing to say.
Oh, I'm so fucking excited. Continue, please.
But I find it so incredibly sexy that they didn't try to hide her boob stretch marks.
Wait, that's such a base take.
Actually, okay. I know what you're saying, and I'm shocked that you actually vocalized this. But
Say more, because I haven't seen this or noticed this somehow.
okay, so it's very clear that the actress who plays Vivi, she's rocking a corset,
Okay.
and
Mhm.
they did not use makeup or any touch-up effects to remove any natural body lines.
Exactly. I was so happy to see it there
Uh-huh.
because I'm sorry. I was going to say spoiler alert. It's not a spoiler.
Uh-huh.
I'm not invoking that, but I've got big boobs. I have boob stretch marks. I get it.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is you feel seen in this moment.
I do.
Go off, Queen.
Justin, to clear up or what you said earlier, she is British Indian.
Expected. But we love that for her.
You know, before we get into some of the play-by-play, I want to know, how are you enjoying the adaptation thus far? And for clarify for the people at home, have you seen the entire thing at this point, or just up to episode 3, like some of us have?
Just up to episode 3, actually.
My God, banger. Sweet. We did it. We brought somebody on that actually followed the instructions. I don't know how they did last week.
I also want to interject here by announcing my little plot for myself.
Uh-huh.
I thought, in the interest of entertainment, by pulling a Devin and only watching episode 3 of season 2.
Wait, so you did that?
Yeah, he doesn't know about Laboon.
I don't know about Laboon.
You didn't watch the Labuda?
Wow. It's your funeral.
How are you enjoying the adaptation thus far, and what is and is not working?
Do you want to go first, Justin, since I feel like you should have less to say?
Correct.
Oof.
Correct, he says.
I want to respect the show makers and showrunners for taking a property such as One Piece that has its own unique take on their own universe, their own narrative, yada, 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 their own form of creativity with Oda steering the ship in the manga and the anime. And so I want to respect them as artists for the changes they make and the narrative they're trying to create in their own way.
Uh-huh.
However, the characterization of Zoro thus far leaves me really salty. I'm be real.
Ooh.
Like, okay, was his L to Mihawk impactful on his character development? Absolutely. But he wasn't a drunken, sulking mess about it. He was still goofy throughout this part of the series. You know, he was just as fun-loving and you know, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed as, like, Usopp and the rest of the gang when the moment called for it. Now he's just depressed and sulking, and, like, I don't love that because he has yet to show any personality, which is unfortunate because he's my favorite character. I do think it's a really sick creative choice to have the ghost of Mihawk past just haunt this dude, though. I do think that's kind of cool. Having his own, like, Yoda ghost train him, kind of, sort of, but, like, in the most, like, negging way. It's kind of funny.
Because you were talking about the Mihawk hallucination, the first thing I gotta say is bisexual energy coming in. I have a note.
Go on.
Sometime towards the like middle end of the episode, he was on stairs, and I'm just like, The Mihawk hallucination on the stairs was just low-key sexy. The way he was standing was great. Okay, but as for overall impressions, I definitely get the Zoro, not necessarily hate, but
or criticisms.
yes. So he's not as goofy as I'd like him to be, but he does have more funny quips than like Zoro does in the anime.
That's a fair assessment, yeah.
I get why they're going that direction with him. Is it my favorite? No. Will it ever be my favorite? Probably not. But I do like him because Zoro is my favorite Straw Hat. Wink, wink. And it's totally not because of them boobies. No, not the biggest boobs in the Grand Line. Second biggest boobs in the Grand Line.
Justin, take notes. This is a ride or die here. Right here, see, ride or die. Doesn't matter. Any interpretation.
All right, listen. It's the reason me and Panda are so cool with each other, all right? It's the reason I'm subscribed to her on twitch.tv/Apanda013.
Hey.
I think I got that right.
Very, very unsubtle plug.
Did I get that entirely right?
Yeah, Apanda013.
Hell yeah.
Good for you, buddy. Proud of you.
Yeah. In general, like, I liked the adaptation of season 1. The one thing that just bothers me a little, it's mostly in episode 1 of this season that bothered me, and I'll try to be a little vague.
Sure.
Because of our uniquely uninformed person. The entire Logtown episode felt really fillery to me.
Okay.
Logtown was not the best choice, like, not the best adaptation. The best part was the Pedro wanted poster on the wall during Zoro's tussle with whoever.
We didn't even mention that when we covered it on our cast. I seen it, but I didn't talk about it just on the off chance.
But it's like the pacing of that episode was off to me. It felt like filler. And then the other thing that bothered me, Tashigi's sword. It looked so fake.
Ooh.
It looked like a big plastic toy.
Yeah, no, you hate to see it.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Considering I think largely across both season 1 and season 2 so far, the practical effects have been mostly good.
Yeah.
There are a couple misses in my opinion.
Floppy swords.
Shout out to biblically accurate Going Merry face on the ship. Did not love that.
The Going Merry, I will say, the goat head on the Going Merry has grown on me. I didn't think it was gonna.
Same.
But it has grown on me. Something about
I think we call that Stockholm Syndrome, but, go off, King.
It's probably Stockholm
I
Syndrome.
remembered hating it in season 1, and then it rolled up here in season 2, and I guess it didn't roll. It kind of floated, but...
Yeah, right, because boat, right.
It rode.
Ah, funny.
No, it's not. But yeah, it came up and I was like, yo, Mary actually looks better than I remember.
I think Mary is like fitting in with the vision that they've sought out for with some of the reinterpretations of, characters and effects for their adaptation here. At the very least, I don't hate the Mary like I used to. And I love that for me because I don't want to hate the Mary.
Exactly. I guess the one other thing that I like that they've done is the order they showed the Laboon backstory in.
Yes.
I like that they put that.
I'll go out and say I liked Logtown episode. It was like a solid 7.5 out of 10 for me. I didn't feel like it was a filler, but it wasn't like an 8 out of 10. Laboon episode probably hit 8.
Yeah.
You could maybe convince me it was an 8.5. Maybe. Under the right circumstances and the right conversation, I could maybe agree that it's an 8.5. This, I'm back to 8 again. And the two things that I really, really liked about this episode, and Justin already talked about one of them, and that is the ghost of Mihawk's past.
Yeah.
So to Justin's point, I too struggle with really appreciating what McKenyu and the live action is doing with Zoro as a character. I will sit here and say that I could make a better Zoro because I'm not Zoro and I'm not a writer. So I'm just going to let them go off Kings and continue to make the kind of Zoro that they want to make for the live action that they see fit. But he is quippy. He does make funny comments from time to time, but he's still the same stoic and step-off character that, like, he never breaks out of that mold yet. And I'm now starting to just convince myself that he never will. They'll just let him be the guy who's extremely stoic, serious, but then maybe says, like, one funny thing once in a while for comedic effect.
That's like current Zoro as opposed to the Zoro we're looking for in this part of the series.
Yes.
This is the Zoro that all the stereotypical Zoro bros want/think Zoro is, if that makes sense.
Yes. I think that is a large part of what is happening here with Zoro as a character.
Oh, honey, this is the Zoro you have at home.
This is the Zoro you think you have at home. We know this plotline in the manga and in the anime of Zoro taking on the 100 bounty hunters of Whisky Peak. And I actually really appreciate what the live action was trying to accomplish with this milestone in the story, because I do think that there is merit to letting a character like Zoro dwell in defeat. I know, Justin, you almost want him to move the fuck on and be funny, but there is something else to be said for a character that really thought that he was good enough to take on the world's strongest swordsman, lose, and then not just like shake it off like nothing happened. And to bring it all in with this like Mihawk in the background being like, hey, you took out 40, but like there's still 60 goons up there. You gonna finish the job or?
I loved that. That was so good.
It's so good, actually.
The man is just negging him through the ether, and it's kind of sick.
Zoro does the gnarliest 460 spin, and this man's like, I would have done it better. Honestly, that's just kind of like, you can pick that up, buddy.
Dude, it's so fucking good, actually. It's literally just like Mihawk being like, hey, just remember, you ain't shit.
He's like, wow, congratulations. You beat up a bunch of helpless babies. Nice.
Like, his real trial here wasn't killing 100 goons. His trial was proving to himself that every time Mihawk is goading him, that he's going to one day live up to that expectation that he can beat him.
Do you think it had any impact on that he started by only drawing Yubashiri, and then it took, like, those 40 goons before he even drew Sandai Kotetsu?
I think he almost like individually wanted to test out each blade. At least that was my interpretation. Because like, I guess the show would almost make you want to believe that the reason why he went from using one sword to two swords is because like he finally got a little more serious or something like that. And I don't know if that's necessarily what happened.
I do think there was a certain element of like stepping up the difficulty just because he had one sword and then he got bashed through the bar and then he drew the other sword.
That did also happen. Yeah, no, that is true. They did throw the hammer guy into the mix and he was like supposedly concerning.
It is nice to have Mihawk both as like a reminder of, you know, who the better swordsman is in general in the series to all fans ever. Because no one can argue that. Damn, that was a rage bait.
Oh, that was
eat shit.
Well, I mean, his title is literally world's greatest swordsman. I mean, it's literally indefensible.
Well, there are people out there calling him a fraud, and I just keep thinking they're crazy. But
I was saying like better as a character in general. Like people like him more, but it doesn't matter. The joke didn't land. The way they're representing the psychological toll that fight took on him is pretty good. Because it's literally he's always comparing himself to that. Like Peak now. He's just like, can I eat ramen? Like, how does Mihawk eat ramen? How does he drink beer? There's no satisfaction now. And that, I think, sets us up for like the rest of the series in how Zoro acts as like just generally.
This is what I almost think I feel the anime manga didn't do right, is that they didn't really sell me on the idea that losing to Mihawk affected Zoro long term.
When he's at like goon number 40 or something and he starts to like need a break and he's just like breathing heavily, you can see the internal battle of him going like, damn, only 40 goons in and I need to start breathing.
A measly 40 goons.
A measly 40 goons.
As much as I'm not a fan of the current direction of live action Zoro, there is something to be said about the pivot to adding this weight to losing to Mihawk that isn't necessarily exemplified well in the anime and manga. I think that's interesting.
I just really like the fact that they brought Mihawk back in for this, and his only lines were, hey kid, you ain't shit. You only got through like 30 on that last one. You got to do better.
This actually makes you wonder what they're going to do with future characters that, you know, have a similar legendary status, but in the anime and manga, they just show up once a year at best.
And then can I say one, I want to give this other thing that I really like what the adaptation is doing. I love Mr. Five and Miss Valentine. And I this might be controversial. Okay, people at home, listen to me when I say Mr. Five and Miss Valentine were not shit in the manga or the anime.
Shout out to my boy, Mr. 5. He has a cool Dofru, and he deserves a longer experience.
For sure. Mr. 5, fantastic drip, fantastic attitude. I am into both of them profusely.
Well, let me just say, I'm spoiling a quote from later. I think Vivi was telling him that we don't need your help. We have it under control. And just the way he says, "Oh, baby girl," I'm just like,
oh, baby girl.
"Oh, baby girl, Mr. Zero sent us, but we're not your backup."
Oh, baby girl.
Yeah, just the delivery of that line, perfect. It also was like just low enough that I'm like, oh, I got tinglies. And I really enjoy, I guess since I already said one of my lines there, I have a Miss Valentine line. It's just the way she goes, "It's more fun when they run." She delivers all of her lines in such a like upbeat, cheerful voice. And with the menace that you get from her appearance, it's a great like duality there, like great combination.
She is doing such a good job of maintaining an inflection that mirrors exactly what you would think this character sounds like based on how they look, because she's literally wearing a fucking lemon dress. I mean, if we're crying out loud.
Yeah.
But then the actual lines that she says are terrifying and menacing. And I love that about her writing right now. I'm a very big fan of that contrast.
I dropped a screenshot of some of my notes in the chat.
Zoom in and enhance.
Zoom in and enhance.
Machine gun hair. Machine gun hair. Machine gun hair.
Okay.
Honestly, a very important note to make.
This is very important. So I did see the trailer, and I did know Machine Gun Hair was going to make an appearance. I almost wish I didn't see the trailer.
Yeah.
Because I was elated when I saw my boy square up and start touching his necklace. I was like, oh, this is it. This is the moment. He's bringing him out. What a great bit. Also, great saxophone player, by the way. The guy who played Igaram. Good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I love that scene. Like, okay, Vivi dancing. It's whatever. But that saxophone, bro?
That saxophone got me, bro. I was like, dude.
Actually, I'm like, you know what? This will work on me.
Igaram, do you want to get on the boat and hang out with us? Like, just, you could be the musician if you want. Like, we got an open spot for a minute.
I love that they keep that dumb line and plot point going. Keep asking about the musician.
Facts.
The little dance, it just makes me think of the intro and like, is it Careless Whisper?
That is fair, because honestly, without that saxophone riff in the back, it would have looked like Vivi was trying too hard to be sexy to the point where like it almost feels like she's Fortnite dancing on me instead of trying to be elusive. Damn, do I like One Piece Season 2?
I do like One Piece Season 2. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I thought Logtown was actually gonna be a star episode, and when it wasn't, I was a little worried. And they really brought me back with episode 2 and 3.
I gotta say, Zoro.
Is that the tweet? Is that the tweet?
Yep.
It's okay.
Zoro's just hot.
Yeah.
It's fine. He's hot in every iteration. I also have a note that Nami's freckles are kind of hot.
We don't have to sit here for 20 minutes talking about how we think the live action cast is hot, because they are.
It's true.
Okay, hold on. There is something I appreciate about the scene where she's going back and forth, talking about the weather and how crazy the Grand Line is.
Yep.
Where she's in like a bikini top. I don't know if I saw it in a trailer or it was like some fucking stupid TikTok edit I saw online. But the frame I saw of like her in that attire was like super zoomed in on her chest. And I was like, oh, are we going to continue this? Like, I don't want this for my live action. And we didn't get that. Having said that, one of my friends did make a comment about this, and I'm starting to be inclined to agree. I just don't know if it's a bad thing yet. Sanji's character is normal in One Piece live action. He is not the freakazoid of the anime and manga, which makes him more palatable,
yes,
I think, to most and all audiences. But it changes him a lot, and I don't know how to feel about it.
When we were on episode 1, Jordy's biggest concern with Sanji is that he's not like enough of an asshole.
Yes.
And I do think that is actually a little true, even having the episodes 2 and 3.
Bro, he could be meaner to Zoro.
He could be meaner to Zoro.
Do you know how deranged you have to be to like make him not mean enough to Zoro?
Yeah.
And vice versa?
Yeah.
Like Zoro somehow stands out as like the asshole, which granted, him and Sanji always had that bickering relationship, and I just actually believe it is founded on literally nothing at all other than they just don't like each other. There is no actual rhyme or reason why they are like that.
It's founded on sexual tension.
Correct. But the people don't really accept that truth yet.
Have you been to AO3?
Oh, I've got a gay anime for you. But we'll talk about that later.
We can talk about that later.
I would also like to point out a little bit, just because we talked about Zoro some earlier and how he's more stoic. I kind of feel like they've added some of Zoro's goofy to Sanji to try and balance it out.
Yes.
He's not as creepy, I guess some people would say.
Yes.
In fact, some of my coworkers who are not anime people actually were watching the live action earlier this week, and one of them said her favorite character was Sanji. So I'm like, you would not like him in the original. I would almost guarantee it.
He's a little gross.
Or maybe you would, and that says a lot more about you than you might be willing to address at this moment.
I mean, to be fair though, like who wouldn't like a man that praises you?
Little true.
Bruh.
Little true. I will listen. The original version of Sanji, he's a facade. He's a flawed person that puts on a very brave face to try to make you believe that he's got everything put together and everything figured out. I do think the adaptation is doing that. Maybe they haven't fixated on enough of the flaws yet.
Yeah, we'll definitely, from here on, we'll see more of the things where, like, he goes astray because he won't hit women and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to more of that and that development.
Bro, I was so astonished that Sanji didn't scold Zoro for, like, beating up the twins and freeing him. He was so calm and chill about it.
Yeah, he just stared at him.
Well, it's like he got his hand caught in the cookie jar. He's like, ooh, I mean, there's no explanation here. Like, come on.
I did need to be helped.
Mm-hmm.
I would have expected a quip of like, did you have to be so rough with them, you stupid moss head?
Oh, no, I'm thinking about like his shame in being caught in that moment, because this is definitely a moment you don't want Zoro to catch you in.
I don't think there was any shame coming from Sanji.
Yeah.
I feel you, Jordy.
He was exactly where he wanted to be, all right?
Well, no, he wasn't. He did not want to be tied up asking for Zoro to give him a hand or pass him a knife or whatever.
The Sanji I know would have been perfectly fine with what was happening.
I was about to say he wanted to be tied up in a secluded room with just the lady without Zoro there.
Yeah, then Zoro was there and he was like, man, you ruined everything. I had everything under control.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I think the only other thing we're talking about is how they unraveled the Vivi plot point and where we ended up. Poor Igaram, man. Can I tell you the fact that they blew him up, but like a different way in the live action than how it happened in the manga anime?
Points to my note. Igaram doesn't have a P in his name. How's he supposed to survive?
Oh yeah, the Willipede does not exist yet in live action, if it ever.
Yeah, the Willipede does not exist.
I also have a note. I'm like, I love how ruthless Zoro is, and he's just, word for word, I have Zoro is absolutely axing these bitches, no holds barred.
I don't know how to feel about that yet. In season 1, when he did it a single time to, what was it, Mr. 7 or whoever he was talking about back then, that was cool. And then it was toned down a little bit. And then now we get to this Whisky Peak scene, and I remember one scene in particular where he throws his sword blade edge first on a guy's carotid artery.
Yep.
And just full sends the blade. And you can see like clear blood splurting out. There's some clear like viscera and gore a little bit in that extra he's fighting. And I'm like, oh, okay, this boy's a killer.
He do be a killer.
I'm here for the ride, I guess.
It's kind of hot.
I don't think live action Luffy has ever like openly stated that he doesn't like killing people. He's just kind of like, I'm going to choose to beat the fuck out of them instead.
That is true.
Yeah.
There were some people that Zoro knocked out.
Yeah.
I was like, they're not dead. What do you mean they're dead? They're not dead. But he just like sort of slapped them in the face and they like tumbled down the stairs.
There's definitely a handful that survived this.
Correct. And then there's plenty of them that should be dead.
I really like the choreography with him going through and murking all the goons, and as he's taking them out like one at a time, every so often we get a counter update of him being like 74.
98. 99.
What a good bit. I really like that about this episode. This might be another 8.5 for me, honestly.
Big Legolas Gimli energy right there, except he's both of them.
Also, shout out to the set designers for the town. I appreciated the Western, not yet colonized, old school Mexico, Puebla vibes.
They are not pulling any punches. They know exactly what these settings need to look like.
Yup.
It's pretty good. I'm into it.
That's what I'm most excited about for the season 2.
Can't wait for Dory Broggy.
Wow, spoilers. We're not there yet, Panda. Just kidding.
I didn't name the island. There you go.
Yeah, you did.
I just said Dory Broggy. Ain't nobody fucking knows who they are. Eat shit.
Speaking of spoilers, I thought the show was going to do something crazy at the end, the very, very end, where we're all on the ship. Vivi is trying to explain her predicament, and then we introduce Miss All Sunday. When I saw the cherry blossoms, I thought, oh, we're there already?
Yup. Same. Yup. That's exactly what I thought too. I was like, oh.
I was like, oh, we just strolled up there by accident in like 2 seconds with aimlessly.
Y'all be forgetting that All Sunday's powers, when she does the arm things, fucking flower petals go everywhere, idiots.
True, but I thought that was just an anime creative choice. I didn't realize we were sticking with it, which I'm not upset about.
Well, yeah, it probably was at one point, and then the live action was like, wait, I like that. I'm taking it.
Shout out to the casting directors, because God, did they find the hottest people on planet Earth to play these characters.
Ay.
Oh boy, fucking.
I had the same thought last week, I think, where I was like, this feels like the Hollywood casted a bunch of good-looking people, made them into kind of dorky people, and said, "Yep, these are the characters. Yep, this is it."
Yep, this is what anime looks like.
I mean, actually, to be fair, that is what anime looks like. It looks like a bunch of hot people that are.
Not wrong. Like, Igaram casting, surprisingly good.
Yeah. Like, you were talking, like, shout out to the set designers and stuff. I do like most of the, like, outfit decisions as well. So the costuming. But I do want to point out with not the nun that turned into Miss Monday, but the other nun. How many nuns does a fake town need? When she, like, essentially, like, pepper sprayed him and he had to listen to her.
Oh, that was a good bit. That was a really good bit. I liked that a lot.
My one critique with that is as she walked up to him,
no.
her boots were absolutely spotless. Brand new, clean. They didn't even have any dust on them.
Okay.
Go back and look at it. I don't know why it bothered me as much as it did, but it did.
This episode is brought to you by Fandango. People say fans are too distracted these days, but the truth is, when a great movie hits the screen, you show up. You stay glued, invested, part of the story. And without fans like you, there'd be no cinema magic, no shared moments. So head to Fandango.com to get tickets, stream, or rent or buy top movies and series. Fandango loves fans.
Well, she has the robe. The robe is protecting her Doc Martens from the dust and debris.
Yeah, maybe.
How? Is she walking on a rope? No. You cannot convince me she's walking on a rope.
Honestly, as far as you're concerned, underneath her robe, she just looks like a Roomba. There's no feet there. It's just Roomba.
Oh my God.
Again, it was really stupid. It's a stupid thing that I noticed. But like that, for me, it's like with everything else, like perfectly weathered, that costuming choice was a little...
Just threw you out of the moment?
Yeah, exactly that. Especially with all of these goons axed on the floor around them. But Zoro listening to her footsteps.
That was cool.
Especially the way he did it, where he literally put his like sword to his ear. I was like,
yep,
that's sick. That's a detail I would have never noticed otherwise, and that's good.
That's very much in line with like the classic Japanese filmmaking stuff they used to do, which is really cool. I was noticing a lot of that, and I wanted to go back to like some of the older films and just be like, how much of this did they be like, yep, I'm taking this, scoop, 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 this is mine, this is mine.
Just throw all this into my fight scenes, perfect.
Because I think in the opposite of instead of being taken out, I got taken in when they had that overhead shot with like all the stairs and the entire bar set. I was like, wait a minute, how is there like 7 towers on this?
Yeah.
I actually really like the bar's design. It's really sick.
This bar from the outside just looks like a bar. From the inside, it's like 7 stories high.
Yeah.
That is also true. The bar was kind of comically large when you're inside of it.
The bar ain't the spacey, no me.
Clearly.
No, the bar's just a TARDIS. Bigger on the inside. I never watched Doctor Who, by the way, so.
No, you got like 80% of it.
Are there other main topics you guys want to talk about?
Shout out to Miss Wednesday, aka Princess Vivi, because I love her.
Yay.
Shout out to Miss Wednesday.
In all worlds, in all platforms, in all universes.
I kind of liked Mr. 9 surprisingly.
I also think Mr. Nine was kind of a sleeper.
Half of my quotes are straight up him. So, like, we'll get to that in a little bit.
Really? That's crazy.
Maybe not half. I haven't even used any of his quotes yet, but I have so many copied down.
That's wild.
I really wanted to point out, because I find this very funny, episodes 2 and 3 have fun have fun episode titles that are play on words of actual movies. Episode 2 being Good Whale Hunting.
Yeah.
And episode 3 being Whiskey Business.
Whiskey Business.
And I just found that really funny.
Wait, what's the beginning and the end?
I don't think that one's a movie bit. Or if it is, I don't know what it is.
If 2 of 8 of them are, then that guarantees the other ones are, no?
Surely you would think so. Maybe there's not close enough to catch it yet.
Could be a reference to something.
Or it could just be a cool title name, man. I don't know.
No.
Jordy's going to go on his own little mini exploration.
It's really stupid, but I do want to mention I love the shitty little ice cream wagon that they try to run away in.
What even was that?
It was a little clown car that looked like a miniature ice cream truck.
What an absolutely outrageous little car they had. I fucking forgot about that thing.
Yeah, because it only lasted about 5 minutes, but you know.
It's true.
It was giving Paddy Wagon from SpongeBob energy.
You know what we didn't get? We didn't get the Buggy Mobile.
We did not get Buggy Mobile.
It's true.
And luckily we got this.
Yeah.
What do we call this?
We got this ice cream wagon.
The Whiskey Wagon.
Okay. I like it.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way, I think. Wait, or was that yesterday?
That was yesterday, which in my notes, I also have a note that, hey, Mr. Nine remembered to dress for St. Patty's Day.
Moving on to quotes. Who has quotes that they would like to give?
I have the one. It was shortly after they arrived in the bar, and Zoro's on like the second floor sulking. Luffy approaches him and he's chatting him up, and Zoro's like kind of open and honest with him of like, man, I just really can't get over my loss. And Luffy comforts him in a way that I think is something about Luffy in that moment when he's speaking to Zoro is so perfectly encapsulated of who that character is across all mediums. He's goofy, but he's also heartwarming and genuine. You know, when he's like, listen, I trust my gut. My gut tells me you're going to be the greatest swordsman in the world someday. And he's like, and Zoro quips back at him of, is that the same gut that told you to trust the assassin? And he's like, listen, man, I haven't been proven wrong yet. And then he has this little, you know, his stomach grumbles and he's like, what's that? He's like, that's the dessert grumble. I think I saw a bakery down the road. I thought that was class. That was perfect.
What's wrong?
Mihawk.
That's what the journey's all about. You're gonna fight so many tough guys that by the time you meet him again, you'll be ready. I can feel it in my gut.
Same gut that told you to let that assassin chick go free?
Hey, we still don't know if I was wrong.
What's it saying now?
That was a dessert grumble. I think I saw a bakery on our way into town. Boom.
Yup.
That was a good scene.
It was good.
Good scene.
Was the belly snap necessary?
Yes, it was. Yes,
absolutely.
Him just absolutely slapping his belly like that was absolutely necessary. It was so good.
Honestly, that belly slap was probably like at least an 8.4 out of 10.
You know, out of all the like the set designs and all the costume changes, it's like, could we not have given this man just like a tiny pot belly or something? Just like a tiny little belly. just to be like, he's eating a lot, folks. He's eating a lot.
Particularly at the bakery.
Yeah.
Because that man was going through multiple pies. I think a donut.
Dude, that apple pie.
Oh my gosh.
Why was there so much empty space in that apple pie?
Someone whoever baked that pie got real creative with how they wanted to dome out the crust. I would still tear it up. They look delicious, however.
I mean, yeah, I would still demolish it, but like I found it really funny. Like you could see the filling at the bottom of the pie, and then there's just this like somebody put like a balloon on top of it and popped it.
Maybe they did that so that the top of the apples would also get like a nice like candied crispy layer or something.
Oh, maybe, I guess.
I don't know. I don't cook.
I ain't no baker.
Do you guys have any other quotes? Because like I said, I have others.
My unfortunate, and I don't want to sit here and describe scenes and pretend that I have quotes. I wrote down my quotes. My phone lost my list, and I'm a big dumb idiot.
No.
I don't remember the exact line, but it was around the time where they were like, so pirates, celebrate, tell us your stories. And then it cuts to Usopp and goes, oh, allow me to introduce myself.
Yeah. I'm going to pick and choose a couple because I have several. So first off, the exchange, I think both of the ones I picked to read are exchanges between Mr. 9 and Zoro.
Good for you. I love that.
So I have, spare me the indignity. I've been captured by a crew so provincial they're impressed by a fish.
That's a good line.
And then Zoro goes, we should gag him.
Spare me the indignity. I've been captured by a crew so provincial they're impressed by a fish.
We should gag him.
Oh, I guess I'll go ahead and add this Sanji-Zoro interaction here. Sanji's talking about how he's good with a knife, and Zoro is like, that's the difference between us. You cut things that are already dead. And Sanji goes, I already said the difference between us. Technique, talent, and style.
Oh, that's a good line. That was a good line.
It's a special relationship between a chef and his knives. Using them requires technique, talent, and style.
That's the difference between us. You cut things that are already dead.
I already said the difference between us. Technique, talent, and style.
And then this one's just, Mr. Nine's line is stupid, but I like Zoro's comeback. It was, we also steal their loot. And Zoro's just like, for your costume budget?
Quite an entrance. Unfortunately, what you fail to understand is...
They're all Baroque Works. And this whole town is a ruse to get pirates drunk and kill them.
We also steal their loot.
For your costume budget?
For Baroque Works!
I will stop there. I have many more.
If you want, you can listen. The floor is yours, Panda. Please.
Okay. There's one more that I have to do.
Good. I love that. Continue.
So, Mr. 9 talking to Mr. 5 and Miss Valentine at the very end there.
Yes, this was going to be like the only thing that I bring to the table and describe it because I don't remember exactly what he said. So thank you for bringing it.
Yeah. She may be a traitor, but she's still my partner. I'll never betray her. Honestly, the only good thing he ever said. And then he's telling them that they failed and Mr. Zero doesn't tolerate failures. So he goes, so you can kill me if you want, but you're both already dead. And then I have written in all capitals and italics underneath it, Omae wa mo shinderu.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking weeb over here.
Never seen it, by the way.
Same.
She may be a traitor, but she's still my partner. I'll never betray her.
I seriously can't imagine anything more demented.
Mr. Zero sent you both to stop my partner, but she got away, which means you failed. And we all know Mr. Zero doesn't tolerate failure. So you can kill me if you want, but you're both already dead.
Yeah, Mr. 9 at the end, playing hardball with Mr. 5 and Miss Valentine at the end was definitely a standout moment for me. That was something that I still thought about even after I finished the episode. It also did help that it was at the end of the episode, but I digress.
Yeah. I also, I was telling Jordy this. I don't know if any of you play any Final Fantasy games, but...
I play a few.
As soon as I saw Mr. 9, I'm like, why do you look like Joshua Rosfield from FF16?
I have not played 16 yet.
I'd be lying if I said that 9 isn't going to be a sad thing no longer being around.
I've been captured by people so provincial they're impressed by a fish.
Even the weather impresses you.
Okay. All right. Moving on from quotes to the Golden Ham. The Golden Ham, damn, I'm going to be so fucking for real. I have a hard time giving it to any one person in particular. There was a lot of good moving parts for me. So I might be here on vibes. I ain't gonna lie to you. Who feels extremely strongly to a single character, if anybody?
I agree with you in the sense that there are a lot of strong contenders as the episodes moved along. I am currently feeling a top 3 in no particular order of Ms. Vivi, Igaram, and Mr. Sorry, not Mr. 8. What's this guy's number? Mr. 7? Booger Bomber Man?
Oh, that's 5. Yeah, he's 5.
I can only count to 4.
I can only count to 4.
Then where'd you get 7 from?
You know, I heard about it in the tabloids.
Yeah, he heard about it in the ether once.
I've never actually seen a 7 before in my life.
Anybody else?
I mean, if we're doing the top 3 vibes, I can't believe that the other Zoro simp over here didn't Zoro on here.
Listen, live action Zoro just frustrates the shit out of me, all right?
I get it.
It's not the same.
I'm going to go Mr. 9.
Zoro, Mr. 9, and Vivi are my short list. But I also have an honorable mention.
Go on.
I feel like my 3 here would have been 5, Zoro, and probably Igaram, just because I really like that saxophone, man. Saxophone head.
So not Igaram, you're picking the saxophone.
Basically.
I mean, if I could, I would, I guess.
See, my honorable mention is the lovely little lemon peel boat that Sanji made for that cocktail.
True, dude. That was kind of sick. That was kind of sick.
Although, honestly, like, 9 is pretty fire, too. And he was a ride or die.
Just say it. You find out your homie's a liar and you go, no, don't matter. I ride or die.
Yeah.
But he was a little neener throughout the episode. Like, he really brought it back in the very last minute. But, like, is that a golden ham worthy performance? That I can't answer.
He came back from a touchdown down like 6 minutes deep in overtime.
If I had to pick one, I think I'm going with Igaram. Probably only because I don't think Vivi would win here tonight. But man, I'd vote for Vivi every day.
Igaram or 9? That's where I'm at right now. Igaram or 9? Where do I split the dip? I feel like Igaram edges out 9 though.
I agree.
Do you? I was still leaning towards 9, and those if it's between them.
Oh, fuck. It's a 2 and 2 then.
Ooh.
No. Okay, hold on.
Oh, we gotta go to numbers. Fuck.
I'm not going to numbers over this. I will bend to 9. just give it to 9. My heart can't take a loss over this, so let's just give it to the other guy.
All according to Keikaku.
Let the record show, I think 9 is in the hunt, and I'm going to vote for him. But I do think he's only in the hunt literally because of his last, 60 seconds on screen.
Listen, we gave it a Goldie Roger 3 weeks ago for only having a 5-second appearance.
Yep.
Well, but then again, you weren't there for that, and you were up in arms when you found out about that. So, you know what? This sucks.
Yeah, you had to be there. You had to be there,
bro.
Fucking wild, dude.
Divine departure.
Bye-bye, baby.
We've done it. Mr. 9 is the big wiener. Yay.
The big wiener.
To the actor who played Mr. 9, I bet you didn't even think it was going to be possible. Imagine he's listening to our podcast. Ain't no way, actually. What am I talking about?
Honestly, if he was, that would be really funny. Shout out to you, Mr. 9.
That'd be crazy.
Okay. You know what? Here's my hot take / borderline conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theater. I like that.
I do like conspiracy theaters.
Conspiracy theory. Taz Skylar totally listens to our podcast.
Why would you pick him out of everybody?
Because I feel like he's the type of guy who would listen to every One Piece podcast in the pursuit of research.
Okay.
And we just pop up first in a lot of searches. I think mostly do alphabetical orders.
There's just no limits to how far he'll go. He'll listen to every little. He has 4 view YouTube videos in his playlist.
And you know that guy listens to our Sanji cast. You just know he did.
Ain't no way, brother.
Wait, that's kind of a high chance. Hold on.
Ain't no way, dude.
That's not impossible.
All right. Moving on from the Golden Ham, something a little different for the special occasion. We're going to do a small interview section for the person that's not usually here. Or is it for everybody? Producer, please enlighten me. Is this for everybody or just the one that's not?
It's just for the guests.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Thank you, producer. sure.
So, Jordy, my first question here is...
Hey, Dirt Buddy. Wait, what do you mean?
Panda, please.
What are you wearing?
What are you wearing? Actually, that is not the first question, but it should be. That would have been a much better bit. Panda, please, enlighten us. What are you currently obsessed about that isn't One Piece or Final Fantasy 16? Something that instantly makes you lose track of time.
You know, in general, I've just been reading a lot of like Korean webtoon stuff.
For sure.
Honestly, they all have the same plot line, and I'm kind of getting tired of it, but I also can't stop.
Is it manhwa?
Yes.
Is that what?
Yep.
Yeah, that's manhwa. Okay, perfect. I'm keeping up with the Joneses, one fucking buzzword at a time. Is there a particular manhwa that like you're really gravitating to, or are you just like, honestly, I eat all of it?
Honestly, it's literally right now the vibes of like medieval Regency sort of romance vibes. Like a lot of the ones are like, oh, arranged marriage to this noble or this prince or something. How do they get along or whatever?
All right.
On the other note, I mentioned that I had a gay anime for you.
Oh.
The other thing that I've been enjoying is actually it's an isekai.
No.
The other world's books depend on the bean counter.
What the hell?
Essentially, it's Kondo Seiichiro and Shirasaki, maybe? I can't remember her name. Like, are summoned to another world. He's 29, he's an office worker, he's just a slave to his job. And as he's walking home late one night, he hears a scream for help and sees a high schooler getting sucked into a portal.
Oh.
And she's like, help me! So he goes and like grabs her hand to try and pull her out and gets sucked in with her.
Of course, as you do.
He ends up in this other world and they're like, I'm sorry, and we can't send you back, of course, because that's how these go.
Right.
He basically gets a job as a civil servant in the accounting department of the palace. And yeah.
What kind of isekai is this? You're describing an isekai where the man becomes a CPA. What the hell? Is this what passes as entertainment these days?
That is literally what happened. But the girl, because she's the holy maiden, the saint, you know, that kind of plotline, she has like resistance to magic and stuff. But he has no resistance to magic particles. Like, if he gets healed by magic, he gets, like, magic sick. He gets a fever.
Oh, no.
He could very easily die from it. The person who uses a healing spell on him when he finds him overdosed on energy drink, magic potion. So he had to acclimate him to the magic.
Oh, no. I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, baby. They fuck at the end of the first episode.
Okay.
What? What?
That's not where I thought that was going. That's not where I thought that was ending.
How did Jordy see that coming? What do you mean?
I didn't see that coming at all, actually.
Listen, that word acclimate came in real heavy.
Yep. What do you mean? Yeah, that's exactly. It's a yaoi, but it's like subtle.
Really subtle. Yeah, really subtle. I can tell in the first episode, right?
Yeah. It's implied at the end of the first episode, and I think it's like...
I understand.
It's as subtle as the Oculus slide, man.
So I'm watching it episode by episode as it comes out.
Incredible.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah, they fucked again in the latest episode.
Thank you for giving me the play-by-play. And you know what? If you told me they did it in the episode after that, I'd believe you too.
No, it's been like 6 episodes since the last time.
Oh, okay. So yeah, their libidos have definitely cooled down a little bit. Love that for them, actually. That's how you build that really stable relationship. Panda, I have another question for you.
Do you? Are you sure you want the answer?
If you were given a magic button that would permanently delete, and this one does not require acclimation, by the way, that would permanently delete one food item from existence, ruining it for everyone else on Earth just because you don't like it, what are you destroying?
My gut reaction is to say tomatoes because I don't like tomatoes.
Just tomato the plant. Like, you like, fuck, I hate this one fruit in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. My grapes should not taste like acid.
Sure, of course.
But I just hate tomatoes, but I love tomato-based products, so I can't say tomatoes.
Thank God. I was like, bro, the ramifications of this are endless. What about the marinara sauce, bro? The pizza?
I'd lose ketchup. I'd lose barbecue sauce. I'd lose pizza sauce. Like, I'd lose spaghetti sauce. What the fuck am I going to eat?
Mm-hmm. You basically killed all of Italian cuisine by getting rid of that one fruit.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, that was, like, my gut reaction, but...
All right, so what is the real answer, then?
I think I would go I would go natto, I think.
Natto. What is that?
Fermented soybeans, often eaten like on top of rice at breakfast time.
Oh. Ooh.
Fun fact, I was in Japan in 2016, so 10 years ago.
Cool.
For about 10 days, 12 days.
Love that for you.
And
nice.
The very first day, like the very first morning at our hostel, I was one of the brave few who actually tried the natto with my rice, and I hated it. It's the only thing I had while I was over there that I just could not stand.
So, fun fact about me, I'm actually on usually a pretty vegan diet, so I'm very familiar with fermented soybean in the form of like tempeh and stuff. I'm looking at this shit.
Yeah.
This looks nasty.
Yep, it's gross, isn't it?
This looks nasty.
And it does look exactly like that. It tastes like it looks.
Ugh. It's the Vegemite of Japan.
Oh my goodness, why does it look like cheese?
Everything else has too many ramifications. Like there are too many butterfly effects coming from any other food that I would axe.
To support the argument to axe this thing, I just want to point out, I went to the wiki page for this food item, and they have an image, and the description of the image is natto with, and I quote, sticky, slimy strands caused by fermentation with bacteria. And it just looks as gross as that description sounds.
Yep. Look at the pictures that bread boy dropped in the chat. Like, yeah.
What do you mean? That looks appetizing.
This is rotten decay. You can't convince me otherwise, respectfully.
I'd eat that.
I was really picky when I went, and that was one of the first things I tried.
Yikes.
But the fact is, like, I loved everything else I had there. Like, I eat vegetables now, specifically because I went to Japan and had vegetables that were not gross.
That didn't suck, yeah.
Mom, I love you, but please stop, like, boiling all vegetables. Please steam them.
Yes.
I never really had steamed vegetables until I went to Japan, and
oh yeah.
Then I had steamed vegetables, and I'm like, this is the only way to have vegetables.
I too lived in a house that was like that, yes.
What about roasted? Roasted is the king.
Roasted is also good. Roasted is also good.
I just want to point out that to anyone who knows me personally and hears the words coming out of Panda's mouth, you would not be surprised when I say that me and Panda are the same person, just in different timelines.
Yeah, different timelines. We're in the same timeline. I just have boobs.
Little do you know, I actually have the ability to exist in multiple timelines at once.
Toki?
Yeah.
Panda, I have one final question for you. Are you prepared?
Are you prepared? Final answer.
Yes. And my question to you, if you were a playing card, what would be your rarity, your effect, and what image would you feature on it?
Okay, so is this this sounds like a TCG card and not like a regular...
I would say assume TCG energy, yes.
Can be anything you want.
However, I implore you to absolutely break the rules as you see fit. If you want to be a Hallmark get well soon card, go for it.
Yeah, see, I'm a Hallmark card that is... Congratulations on getting a divorce or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But if I had to actually do the TCG card thing, let's see. I'm not going to say that I would be any sort of super rare card because I'm a basic bitch.
Same.
Like, let's be real.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Honestly, I think it's better that we look inward and recognize that in ourselves.
And I don't want to be common though, so let's go with uncommon.
Yep, I feel that.
So like I'm using magic.
We're all a little quirky.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm an uncommon rarity. My effect is making you question whether you heard what I heard correctly. And the image is gonna be, I'm gonna be a forest mana, and I'm gonna be an elf, obviously. So
obviously.
Nice.
We'll just do like an elf rogue.
I want to go back to this. You would be a divorce Hallmark card. And
I'm more curious about that description. What's your text on the inside say?
I gotta know what the text on the inside says. Please just give me something. I'm dying.
It's millennial humor, so it's not
right. Of course.
Congratulations, you finally realized that no one loves you.
Perfect. Succinct.
That's
beautiful. Mwah. Chef's kiss.
Clip it and ship it.
Also, you guys are babies. Y'all were talking about how
What?
old you are on recent episodes.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I can't believe I'm older than all of you.
Really? Damn, even Devin?
How old's Devin?
That's a good question.
He's 34. I'm 33.
That sounds right.
That does not sound right. You guys acted like you were younger on the other.
Nah, dude.
Well, they're the oldest of the cast. I'm hitting 30 in 2 months.
Yeah. This guy over here is celebrating a 30 soon.
Yeah. Listen to 30 by Bad Flower. There's the other thing I'm obsessed with.
Oh, no.
Good to know.
Bad Flower has a lot of music that kind of
hits you hard when you're 30?
Yeah. It's more like mental health things.
Okay, for sure. So your card is a gaslighting forest mana elf rogue. Copy. And then on the side, that delivers Hallmark cards.
And the vanilla text for her magic card is, girl, what'd you just say?
Yeah, actually, yeah. That's a good vanilla text, actually. All right, Panda, I have no other questions for you. Please, let the people know who you are and where they can find you.
Hi, I'm Panda. I sometimes do art and things. Not as often as I should, to be perfectly honest. But if you're interested, if you think I'm in any way, shape, or form someone you want to see or hear more of, I do have Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, pretty much anywhere you can find me. You can find me as Apanda013, and that's the letter A, the word panda, and 013. All is one word. And you know why it's Apanda013? Because my name's Amanda, and I just changed the M for a P because I go by Panda.
That's cute. That's good to know.
Hell yeah. Also, if you liked any of our designs that we released, like our Opwa logo, thank Panda for that. She's made other stuff. I just can't think of it at the moment. I'm so sorry.
Zeph's Pickled Egg, Sailor Zoro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sanji.
Any merch that's worth having of ours outside of like literally the one me and Christian made on during that one meeting.
It's Panda.
It was made by Panda.
And we're very grateful.
Apanda013, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok. I have like one post on TikTok. I need to get better at social media. And I've been saying this for like 15 years. So, you know.
So have we. We've actively gone worse.
Hey, shakes hands. We are the same person. I like, on different days, like some days I'm the same person as Justin, and other days I feel like I'm the same person as Brendan.
I don't know which is worse.
Honestly.
Inside of you, there are two wolves, and they're both straight men, and you're not sure which one is worse.
Inside of you are two wolves, and I don't know if either of them are going to be a chief.
I don't know if either of them are going to be a chief.
This has been a great episode. I was feeling a little slumped coming in here after a long day of work and me falling asleep in my chair like a loser.
What a nerd.
Prior to this recording, but man, talk about pick me up.
I'm glad that you found some life, Justin. Thanks again for showing up.
Listen, it's hard, all right? But once I'm here, I'm ready.
I also wanted to say thanks for having me.
Folks, I think we did it. I think we're done. Do we have any plugs that we need to do? I don't see a script. Otherwise, I'm just going to say we're...
Nah.
All right, well...
Here, let me do it.
Uh-oh.
If you like listening to us, give us a like on whatever podcast site you use. If you want to talk to us or say something to us, send us an email at pandasightings@gmail.com.
Woohoo!
Leave a comment. Go to pandasightings.com and subscribe if you like stuff and want to support us. And fuck.
I don't like your placement. I don't like your placement of the final.
Nah, bro, she perfectly captured Devin energy. She's perfect.
Oh boy.
It was there. The order just needed to be fixed.
Bro, she did that off the cuff, no scripts.
Yeah.
Not a paid advertisement of us, just off the dome.
Look, I had to be Devin's advocate. He's not here.
We gotta save that soundbite.
Which soundbite?
You doing the things so we can have a version with some estrogen for a fucking change.
Hell yeah.
But ask me anytime. I'll make you some recordings if you want.
Oh no, I'm afraid of what we'll get.